this is way worse than we thought. Mitchell Robinson is out for the season, and this is just terrible news. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here. I thought Mitchell Robinson was going to be out for a game. I said that on a video that I posted a few hours ago, but nope. No, he is not. Mitchell Robinson sustained a stress injury to his left ankle and will be reevaluated in 6 to 8 weeks, according to the Knicks. He won't need surgery and will be rehabbing. He had some tests done late this afternoon. Well, a few things to note here. One, he may have been rushed back too early. Two, even if the Knicks make the NBA Finals, this is just a reevaluation period, meaning it'll probably take longer. And three, thanks, Embiid. You were a real help to this. So we all know Joel Embiid's a known scumbag who injures people, and you know what? I'm typically a fan of Embiid's, but, you know, this thing happened, and Mitch was never the same after. Now, I'm aware that's his right ankle that Embiid pulled, his right leg that Embiid pulled. That could have torn multiple muscles in Mitch's knee, or his ankle, or his foot, or Achilles, and all that. But he still landed weirdly and was not moving the same since that injury. So thanks, Joel. Also sticking your foot out under Mitch, kicking Mitch in the nuts, all that stuff. Thanks, Embiid. You're a class act. You're a real class act. I'm happy you got sent home early by the New York Knicks and a guy a foot shorter than you. Real funny. LOL, Embiid. LOL. Real funny. You're really laughing now sitting on the couch. Enjoy that couch. That's where you're always going to sit once the serious playoffs come around. But it's not just Joel Embiid's fault. We can't fully pin this on Embiid. But, you know, I had to make a note of it that he didn't help the case because he's a dirty player and all that. And everyone knows that he has more techs than the New York Knicks do. Over the past 2 seasons for the Knicks, Embiid has more techs. But there's a lot to unpack here that's outside of Embiid's injury. And one of them is the Knicks probably rushed him back a little bit. Mitch has been limping since he came back. He's been in and out of the roster. In that game against the San Antonio Spurs when Brunson went for 60 points, or maybe 61, I think it was 60. I did not watch it. I was at the Knicks or the Drake concert, but Dariel was texting me throughout, and he was like, Mitch is favoring that ankle a lot. He's not okay. So shout out to Dariel for just absolutely pinpointing this months ahead of time. Great call there, bro. But really, what we're looking at is a situation where this Knicks bench has just gotten even thinner. After we lost Julius Randle for the season. Well, first we lost Mitchell Robinson for the season. Then we got him back. We lost Julius Randle for the season. We lost Bojan Bogdanovic for the season. This season, outside of it being the best season the Knicks have had in maybe since they made the NBA Finals in 1999, has been the Murphy's Law when it comes to injuries. There's a lot of people you can blame for this. You can incorrectly blame Tom Thibodeau. It's not his fault. I think it goes on bad luck. Randall only got hurt because he happened to run into Jaime Jaquez Jr. I don't think Jaquez was trying to injure him there. I don't care what anyone says. Jaime just ran into the play. And you know, he just happened to get there late and definitely fouled him, but it wasn't, it was not a purposeful action. I'm just all over the place right now, dude. Like, I didn't expect this. It sucks. I don't think it changes the major trajectory of the New York Knicks, but it sucks. I mean, Mitch is such a joy to watch. He's the best defensive center on the Knicks. He's better than Hartenstein at defense. He might be the best defender on the New York Knicks in general. The man has been awesome for the Knicks since he got here 6 years ago, and Season 6 ends in a way that way too many Mitchell Robinson seasons have ended, and that is with an injury. I don't know where you go from here. I don't know what happens from here. Have we seen the last game Mitchell Robinson has played in a Knicks jersey? Maybe. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. But this offseason is going to have a lot of questions anyway. The Knicks are going to have to learn how to compete with the Celtics after they beat the Pacers and lose to the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. And they're going to have to beef up the team a little bit. And Mitchell Robinson does have a tradable contract, so we could see that. This may have been the last game Mitch has played. Again, I'm all over the place right now. I think like most of us are. I already showed that. I'm putting up the wrong animations. As Windhorst wrote, Robinson had an imaging that confirmed after playing the Pacers and just playing 12 minutes, it's the stress injury. The team said he would be reevaluated in 6 to 8 weeks, which stretches to the very end of the NBA Finals, and still it's just a reevaluation. He had surgery on the same ankle in December. We found that out on December 9th and missed 50 games before returning in late March. He also missed a game in the first round against Philly and missed the second half of a different game in Philly. And if we move on right here, we can look at Mitch's stats on the playoffs. Obviously, they don't jump out as very good because of the low minutes he was playing, but Mitch was awesome in the playoffs. Despite the 3 points per game, the 7 rebounds, he hit 2 incredibly clutch free throws, even though he shot 37.5% from the line. Dude, Mitch was good. The numbers don't look it, but he was good for us. He always is. He always plays better than his numbers. And more often than not, his seasons end in injury. And Mitch was really upset. He tweeted something out about it. I didn't code it in because it's got some cursing in it, and as it should. Mitch should be furious that this happened. It sucks when you keep getting injured. I've played basketball at a much lower level. I've dealt with injuries a lot. And I can't obviously relate to Mitch at all because I'm not in the NBA getting paid $16 million per year to play basketball, where it's even way more frustrating that this is happening because obviously Mitch cares more about that than I care about a stupid rec league. But look, man, it's just bad. It sucks. Like, this is why I'm basically just angry for now 6 minutes into a video. And it's because of this. It's because Embiid was so dirty with it. And then Mitch looked worse after that. Like, you can't tell me he didn't have a part in this situation. And it just sucks, man. Like, I don't think it changes that much, if I'm being honest. The only problem is now this is another injury to worry about. It's the same thing. It's another stress injury to Mitchell Robinson's ankle. The same one he got surgery on 6 months ago, almost to the day, 5 months ago, almost to the day. Like, it's not a good look. It's the same ankle. He's going to probably have problems with this for maybe even going into next season. I don't know. I don't know how stress injuries work, but I mean, just constant ankle injuries, man. I think it means the Knicks are going to go extra hard at ensuring that they can keep Isaiah Hartenstein around. I'm curious to see what happens. We know Precious Achiuwa in the short term is going to get these minutes. Are we only going to see Precious and Deuce McBride coming off the bench from a Knicks team that started the season with the best bench in the league and even going into the playoffs at the best bench in the league? Especially if we had Julius there, dude. Josh Hart wouldn't even be starting. And he's been that good, man. Like, damn. It just sucks more than anything. Like, it just sucks, dude. When Joel Embiid was being guarded by Mitchell Robinson, he put up 7 points on 2 for 11 shooting and was 0 for 3 from 3. Mitch is that good at defense. He's that good at defense, dude. Like, he's that good. So when you see a guy go down with an injury, when you know he is this much of a defensive impact, it's just not going to be as easy to win games. Mitch won game 1 for us of the playoffs because the defense he played on Joel Embiid. Game 1 against the Sixers, obviously. He won multiple games for the Knicks with that defense. His offensive rebounding is great. Hartenstein's not as good of a defender or a rebounder as Mitchell Robinson. Is he a better offensive player? Yeah. Is he a better player? He's more skilled at basketball. I think Mitch affects winning more than Hartenstein to a very small degree. I'm curious. It definitely lowers Mitch's trade value going into the offseason if you want to make him part of some package where you land a star, whoever that is, with your 8 first-round picks. I'm really curious to see what happens here. I think the Knicks are still going to beat the Pacers. I think that Precious Achiuwa, as I said in the last video, having him go up against Isaiah Jackson, I think should work in the Knicks' favor. Precious just has to outwork Jackson, and Precious always outworks everyone, so I'm not that concerned. It's not like Mitch has been the most integral big man in these playoffs for the Knicks, so I don't think this is going to happen, but it does suck that we've seen just so many of our players go down with injury this season. It's going to add a big what-if to this year. I kind of want to see the Knicks just run it back next year and see what happens with this team, but something's going to change. Maybe something minor, maybe something major. Who knows? I don't know, guys. Dude, I don't know. I found out about this and rushed home to do a video. Leave your comments down below. What do you think happens? Are we going to see Mitch in the Knicks jersey next season? Is he going to get traded? Is he going to be part of a trade because Leon's like, I can't trust this guy anymore? Precious is our backup center. We also have Jericho, so we could kind of matchup base it because they're different, and Jericho's more of a true center. Do we use Mitch's $16 million in some trade package with Bojan Bogdanovic and like 6 or 5 first-rounders to land an absolute NBA star? Where do we go from here? It's a good question to ask. I want to know what you guys think. Will the Knicks still beat the Pacers without the services of Mitchell Robinson? But number one thing overall, if for somehow this gets out there and Mitch sees it, Mitch, please feel better, bro. New York loves you. We trust you. We know how great you are. You're one of the last homegrown Knicks left. All love, bro. That was my right side. So that didn't really make much sense, but whatever. He gets the point. He's also probably not going to see this unless he's a secret Knicks Digest fan. And who knows? Mitch is on the internet. But whatever, guys. That sucks. This playoffs has been really beautiful to watch, but the injuries have kind of sucked. It's fine. We'll be back next year, and even more importantly, we got playoffs to care about. You never know what could happen. Maybe the Cavs can beat the Celtics. Now, I haven't checked the games at all, so while I'm on the mic, I'm just real quick going to check. Cavaliers versus... Oh, they lost by 25. Well, see you in the next round, Celtics.